When I tell people I used to live in Las Vegas, they usually picture neon lights and casinos, that 24-hour energy that never stops, and they aren't wrong. But here's the story you don't always hear. There is life off the Strip. In fact, I bought my first home there when I was just 21, and I was working as a blackjack dealer while I was finishing school at UNLV. And I remember feeling like I had it all figured out. Vegas was fast and fun and full of opportunity. But that life, the heat, the traffic, that constant go, go, go pace ultimately wasn't where I wanted to be as I transitioned from that carefree 21-year-old to a mother of 4. And I'm not alone. More and more people are quietly packing up and moving from Las Vegas to Boise, Idaho. It's not the mass exodus that we may have seen from California over the last few years, but there is a growing trend. So let's talk about what life is really like when you trade in the desert for, well, the higher desert and a little bit of the mountains. If you've ever lived through a Vegas summer, you know what I mean when I say it feels like walking straight into an oven. We're talking 115-degree days, back-to-back 4 weeks. The air feels heavy, and stepping outside just to grab your mail becomes an exercise in survival. Boise is different. It's a breath of fresh air. We actually get 4 real seasons here. It's warm and sunny summers, where you can enjoy being outside, crisp fall mornings, snowy winters that aren't super heavy, but just enough to touch the leaves with snow, and springs that are beautiful, not just slightly less hot. We still get plenty of sunshine. Boise averages over 200 sunny days a year, but it's not that melt your steering wheel kind of heat. You can actually enjoy being outside instead of hiding from it. Although full disclosure, the second it hits 100 degrees here, I'm there with everyone else complaining about it. So we do have some hot days. But beyond the weather, the first thing people notice after moving here is the calm. The slower pace, the lighter traffic, the smaller crowds. It's like your nervous system gets a moment to take a deep breath. Now, we're not without our share of mid-sized city traffic. If you ask a local, immediately bring up Eagle Road. Yes, it backs up during rush hour, and I-84 can get busy when everyone's commuting into Meridian or Nampa or Caldwell at the end of the day. But compared to Las Vegas gridlock, it's nothing. So what's wearing you out most about living in Las Vegas? Is it the extreme heat or rising prices or just that fast-paced lifestyle? Don't live in Las Vegas? You can still answer wherever you'd be moving from. What's wearing you out? Drop your answer below. I've heard it all from clients making the switch from any city to Boise. The slower pace of life isn't just lifestyle, it's showing up in the housing market too. Boise's market has really leveled out in 2025. The median home price is sitting around $560,000, and appreciation has slowed to a more sustainable pace. We're also seeing more inventory, which means buyers finally have choices again. No more frantic bidding wars like a few years ago. It's definitely a more balanced market, which I'm super happy about. But for comparison, Las Vegas sits around $470,000 for median home price, but their ranges are much higher. Vegas homes are listed for over $20 million, while Boise's luxury market tops out at $7 million, and those listings are rare. That's not to say that Boise doesn't have luxury, it's just a different kind. Now, of course, people always bring up Nevada's no state income tax, which is true, and that is a huge draw, but Idaho quietly makes up for it in other areas. Property taxes here are among the lowest in some of the western states, and because of our summers that aren't scorching hot year-round, you're not running the AC constantly. Utility bills, water costs, and even car insurance are lower in Idaho. So when you add it all up, property taxes and utilities, everyday expenses, it often balances out what you pay in state income taxes. Well, maybe not exactly, but you get my point. It sort of narrows the delta. Most people find their monthly budget just feels lighter here, even if the tax structure looks different on paper. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Erica Toffel. I'm a global real estate advisor with Group 1 Sotheby's International Realty. I specialize in helping you relocate to Boise, Idaho, or any of its surrounding cities. If you need help with any of your real estate needs, my information is on screen. Give me a call, send me a text, write me an email. And please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified every time I drop a new video. And if you're watching on your television screen, you can scan the QR code to contact me directly. And for more daily content on what's happening around town or the homes that I'm touring, head over to Instagram, where you'll find my handle at Erica Toffel Real Estate. If you're looking for space, Boise wins that battle hands down. In Vegas, newer homes with real yards are getting harder to find, especially in Henderson and Summerlin, those really nice suburbs. But in Boise, you can still find newer construction with a good-sized backyard for the same price or less. Builders here focus on livable layouts and energy efficiency and community design that actually gives you room to breathe. Boise offers this clean, family-friendly, outdoor-centered way of living that is really hard to beat. The Boise River Greenbelt winds right through the city, connecting neighborhoods and parks, and the foothill trails are just minutes from downtown. In Vegas, weekends often revolve around casinos or shows or the Strip. Here it's hiking, floating the river, heading to a local brewery, or biking along the Greenbelt. You can literally finish work and be out on a trail within 15 minutes. Some of my favorites, you've got Table Rock for city views, Camel's Back for a quick hike, and of course Bogus Basin for skiing, night skiing, or mountain biking. And while I'll always love Red Rock Canyon back in Vegas, the difference here is the community feel and the ability to hike year-round. Boise has this small town vibe where you actually know the people you run into. The local support for small businesses is huge too. Farmers markets, boutiques, coffee shops, breweries, it's all about community here. One of my personal favorites is the Idaho Soap Company. It's locally made, it smells incredible, and people genuinely go out of their way to support them. Now, don't get me wrong, Boise knows how to have fun, it's just different. Game day on the Blue at Boise State, that's an experience. The energy is electric, but still completely family friendly. And for my Vegas people, yes, BSU did beat UNLV in their bowl game last year, so the rivalry is alive and well. Between live music and festivals, downtown, and an ever-growing food scene, there's always something to do, but it never feels overwhelming. Boise has found that perfect balance, enough to keep life exciting, but not so much that it drains your energy. If you ever miss Vegas or just need some sunshine and shopping, Boise makes it easy to get there. The Boise airport keeps growing, but is still incredibly easy to navigate. You can park, check in, and get through security in minutes. And yes, we still have a direct flight to Vegas. You can get across town in under 30 minutes on most days and still make it home in time for dinner or to catch one of those crazy Idaho sunsets. It's also a fantastic setup for remote work. We have great internet, plenty of co-working spaces, and a strong professional community, but without the constant noise or distraction of a 24-hour city. Vegas runs on hospitality and entertainment, but Boise runs on balance and connection. The opportunity looks different here, but the quality of life feels completely different too. Could you picture yourself living in Boise, a slower pace, actual seasons, maybe even a backyard, not just surviving the Strip? Or are you ingrained in the fast pace of Las Vegas? The biggest difference you'll hear from people who've made the move isn't just financial, it's emotional. It's the safety. So many clients tell me they feel calmer, healthier, and more at peace here. I'm sure a lot of that has to do with the security. Boise's slower rhythm and cleaner air, it makes a real difference. You notice less visual noise too, fewer billboards, and more sky. You trade endless pavement for mountain views and tree-lined streets. It's simpler, and that simplicity feels good. It's easier to eat better, get outside, sleep well, and just breathe. Boise gives you the space to think and recharge, and to enjoy life at a pace that feels human again. Families love it because it feels safe and grounded. Entrepreneurs love it because people here collaborate rather than competing. And for anyone burned out on that Vegas cycle, Boise becomes a reset button you didn't realize you needed. It's not just about moving to a new city, it's about moving into a new way of living. If you found this helpful and want to learn more about what life looks like in Boise or anywhere in the Treasure Valley, click on one of the other videos on your screen. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.